YouTube, you frickin' tube. I should be editing the reaction right now, but I don't even care. Dude, Trunks versus Silver. This is legitimately the most excited I have been in so long for a new episode of Death Battle. I have not felt this level of hype in so long, it's ridiculous. I know I made my other video discussing why I was nervous about these matchups. Everything I said in that video, while still valid if they had done those matchups, for Trunks versus Silver, ignore it. This is so inherently interesting. I never thought they would do Dragon Ball Heroes. I never did. It's just like one of those things of like, okay, well, it's clearly filler and it's not relevant to the canon, so they would never use it. But in this case, it is so ridiculously cool that they're bringing in Heroes Trunks, or just Xeno Trunks, I guess would be the more accurate. Well, semantics. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, it's so much. In Archie Silver, oh, that makes this matchup so much more infinitely interesting. Because now it's arguably debatable. Because in terms of stats, likely Silver will take speed because, I mean, Lord, he's an Archie character and he's kept up with Archie Sonic, so you could potentially give him infinite speed. Which, if that's the case, that's a huge dub in Silver's favor. I'd say, I'm not sure who's more powerful. I'd probably go with Trunks. Just knowing Dragon Ball Super scaling, I'd probably go with Trunks. But in terms of just like making this matchup infinitely more interesting, now it's actually debatable. There's an argument. There's something we can do here. It's so much more interesting, and it gives me that little bit of evil, deep in my heart. Just the thought of Trunks could lose. I still think he probably takes it. I haven't done the research yet, but just in my base opinion, I'd say I'm more confident in Trunks winning. If Silver wins, I'ma die. That'll be so hilarity. Infinite hilarity. It is the big funny. It is the biggest big funny I think I'll ever see on this show. I would lose my mind. The character arc of Silver going from just Ben despising him to him coming on this show and killing future Trunks would be the funniest thing ever. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Also, it brings in all the stuff from Heroes. I hope they actually have him like go through his transformations and it's not just 1-3 God rage. You know what I mean? I hope they actually use some of his other transformations. I love the original Goku Superman for the fact that Goku takes the time to go through each of his forms. Just the gradual increase in power of the fight was something I always loved about Goku Superman 1. And I'd really love to see it in this episode. I know they probably won't for time constraints and budget. It would have to be a season finale if I were to get that, which I understand. And they're probably just going to have Trunks probably just gold God and then immediately rage with like the Xeno Trunks like universe sword or whatever the frick it's called. Heroes is dumb. I just want Silver to be treated well. That's my biggest concern for this episode. I also really want to see just the zaniness. I want to just see the absurdity. I want them to fully go into it. And if Silver wins, if he doesn't say it's no use, then this is a travesty. This is a crime. Ben Singer has committed a war crime. If Silver doesn't say it's no use as he kills Trunks. That's all I'm gonna say. If that's not in the script, 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10. My wants for Trunks? I mean, it's Dragon Ball characters. Just be cool about it. Blow stuff up and transform and use the sword. That's all I want. Dragon Ball characters are basically flying bricks, let's be honest. They're anime flying bricks, so they're kind of cooler. No offense to Black Adam versus Apocalypse. I know in the reaction, I was definitely unfavorable towards this episode. I will say, infinitely more positive about it now than I had a rewatch, because I could actually hear what Apocalypse was saying in the rewatch, because in Watch Party, I did not hear a lick of what came out of his mouth. It was all gibberish because we were talking over him, and the video was really quiet. After rewatch, nah, I love what they did with the fight. Honestly, infinitely better episode than I gave it credit for. Still probably my bottom half. Mostly because I just don't care about the characters. Apocalypse was cool. He came off as a really intense, like, intimidating villain. Besides that, like, the ending pun and the bit with the camera was the only other thing I found really enjoyable about this episode. It just kind of felt like they were kind of going through the motions. To be fair, when you're doing this like your 50th Marvel and DC character, I mean, it does feel like that. You're kind of going through the motions. It'd be like that. Still fun episode, but man, the moment I saw Trunks and Silver, I was losing my mind. And I love that I just didn't believe it at first. When Simon pointed out that he saw Heroes versus Archie, I was like, no. And I just couldn't believe that they're doing Heroes. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. This video is not scripted, but it's so cool. Oh, it's so cool. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I love the character arc of these two videos on my channel. The character arc of I'm so nervous to I am so unbearably excited and happy. I'm gonna enjoy this episode so much. Oh, you have no idea. Oh, I hope Silver wins. It'd be so funny. I would prefer Trunks to win because I just like him as a character, but if Silver wins, it'll be so funny. I don't know how much Archie Silver does. I mean, I have to really research that. But for now, YouTube, what did you think about the reveal? It's so cool. It's so unbearably cool. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, YouTube. I'm gonna work on this all night and upload it tomorrow, and you'll probably get the reaction on Tuesday just because I'm slow. Depends on which video I get done first, but semantics. Talk to you later, YouTube. I'm so happy. I am so happy. I apologize to Black Adam vs. Apocalypse because it is immediately overshadowed in my mind by the episode before it and the really cool episode after it. But whatever, man. This has been 10 Ton. Peace out. Oh, I hope Silver wins.